on to item H, consent calendar. Are there any items board members wish to pull? We have hires and resignations.
I'd like to pull item 1.
Item one. So how about we take on number one first? And this is the hire of got blurry for me. Principal, Yates Elementary School. Mr. Patz?
So I have some strong concerns about this appointment.
Can you talk into the mic, please?
I can. So I have some strong concerns about this appointment. I think when we look at the track record of this particular individual, we come across some troubling trends and patterns. I'm still given pause that it wasn't just one site that issues arose, but if you look, it's followed him at every site he's been at. There has been some sort of, I wouldn't say small scale, but medium to large scale discord. And I think at this point we need to avoid that and really come together as a district and set a tone where we are all on the same page. And I'm really concerned, given this individual, given Dr. Musfin's track record. I think a single incident would give me pause, but you can blame that on staff. You get 2 incidents and I begin to have an issue, but by the 3rd or 4th incident, the track record is just, it's clear that sometimes he may not choose the right words, and having spoken with him, I still feel pretty strongly that this is going to present challenges. And I know that Dr. Rubio has spoken to the idea of holding him accountable, but I feel he has no margin of error, and we all make mistakes, and we're not perfect. But if you come in without a margin of error, that really puts you behind in a chance to do your job effectively. And so I think instead of starting out with somebody at a disadvantage, we really want to find somebody who's ready to hit the ground running. So I'm going to be voting no on this appointment.
Any other comments from board members on item one?
Well, I can say that, in respects to member past comments, I was able to actually meet with the principal. Seemed to be a very honorable person regarding being about children. I do understand some of his conflicts and issues at other districts revolved around adults. I am happy and pleased to hear that our superintendent has spoken to him regarding some of these issues. And first of all, he's very open to, speak to anyone about the issues. But I think that he's really sincere coming here, knowing that he's under a watchful eye. And I'm going to, believe that he will perform at the high levels that he have performed when it comes to student achievement at the other districts that he have served at. So, to that extent, I can support, the hiring of this new principal at NAH. But I do have all the respect for Member Pat's comments and, his views and opinions about the hire.
Any other comments? And as this is, I wanted to also, if okay, pull item 2, personnel action regarding the resignation, and in that just recognize the service for a number of the staff people, especially the principal at the at the high school. So I just wanted to acknowledge that service as former principal Shavrin, who I understand is being able to take on another challenge in a different district. So just appreciate all of them. So we have items 1 and 2, and I'm going to now maybe split up, and we can do it by roll call for, oh, you're awesome. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me honest. All right, public comment for items 1 and 2. That mic.
Turn the mic on.
Oh, it's on.
Hello, hello.
Good evening.
Hi, I have not met the principal myself. but I am familiar with things on the internet. There's things on the internet about me, and they're really not necessarily an accurate description of me. And I'm concerned that, in this day and age and on the internet, people who are naysayers and have a lot of negativity seem to dominate. I had a car accident, and when I was looking in the Chronicle, I mean, people thought I should be hung and drawn and quartered, and it's really, you try to do good public service. And in this case, I would imagine that this individual is aware that these things are on the internet. So, you may be looking at somebody who's going to strive a little bit higher here to overcome that. And in this situation, you had a personnel panel, and they basically made a decision, and to, at the last minute, not hire the guy. I mean, what would that do to his reputation? They all knew he was going to get a job at Emery, and now he wouldn't get this one. And I think it could be really damaging to the individual. So since he's already basically on board, I think it makes sense to continue with the process and to keep him on board and watch him very closely. But to not go forward is basically undercutting the recommendation process. I mean, I know it's just a recommendation, but those people made the decision based on, some facts. And was it unanimous? Did everybody on the committee vote for it? So I think you should consider that. But I'm the kind of person that really tries to look out for and protect people's rights, and I'm not so sure that not hiring this guy would be the right thing in this circumstance. I think it'd be detrimental to him, and you could lose somebody who would strive a little bit higher to overcome that reputation. So, thank you.
I think there's a point.
Thank you.
I think there's a point of clarification. I'm not going on internet rumors. That would be, I think, inappropriate. To me, it's a concern of a lawsuit where facts are put out there. It is actual facts on the internet, not gossip or people's opinions. It's a very big difference. And I think that's what's troubling to me, particularly when we have parents come up here and say, we're not being taken seriously as as a school site council, and that's what we're striving for. And so I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that if this goes through, that he does a phenomenal job. I'm one of the first people to admit when I'm wrong, and very happy when it happens, when I'm being pessimistic, but I'm really concerned that we're setting ourselves up for, and I respect Member Dwyer's comments, but again, I worry if we have somebody without a chance, a margin of error, because again, we all make mistakes, but that margin of error is critical, and he does not have one coming in under these circumstances, and we're really limiting and tying his hands, and I think it's going to come back and affect Dr. Rubio as well, as this is the face of the district. So I disagree with what you're saying. This is the right time to make it. When new information comes to light that wasn't there for the panel, you have to act on it. And I'm sorry, I've probably taken my time here.
No, appreciate it. Any other public comment to these two items on the consent calendar? So we'll now, any other board member comments? We'll now go toward, go to vote, roll call, please. Ms. Emery for item 1. I get rusty. I'm on vacation mode. I will not be in town after Saturday. All right, so perhaps we can first do a motion for item 1.
I move that we approve the consent calendar of items 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to take it one by one.
Oh,
Sorry.
Personal action number 1 on the consent calendar.
I'll
Make a
second.
motion.
Any objections to that motion? And we'll actually have a roll call vote on that now, please.
Member Dwin,
Yes.
President Dice,
Yes.
Member Ash,
Yes.
Member Pats,
No.
And now we'll move to the comments. And I will note that part of, and this is an afterthought, I could have said it before, but I will note that one thing I do know about our recently appointed superintendent is that he comes with a strong background when it comes to managing school site administrators. And I think that's been a phenomenal, whoever the candidate, any candidate, I do honestly feel that he has a really strong commitment to ensuring that every day every student, every staff member, every person in the building has the best possible experience. So I think we do have a tremendous leader in our district to ensure and also take the heat if necessary, as well as the board on decisions we've made. But I think we do have a tremendous leader and strong support for any administrator and any staff member in the district. So I just wanted to note that. We'll now move